Have you ever quietly wondered to yourself, how many more years do I really have left? Not out of fear, but simply to be prepared. Prepared to grow older with more strength, more joy, and hopefully, more time. After turning 60, what many people quietly reflect on isn't just, am I getting old? But deeper questions like, how much longer will I be in good health? Are there early signs that my body is slowing down? And most importantly, is there any way to tell how long I might live? In this video, I'll walk you through 5 signs that science has proven can help predict both how long and how well you'll live after 60. You won't need a blood test or a brain scan. All you need is to observe your body a little each day, and you'll know whether you're on the right path to a longer, healthier life. And especially with the final sign, I'll share a little-known insight, something even many doctors often overlook. That's why I invite you to watch until the very end. It may change the way you live starting today. This isn't based on guesswork. It comes from studies by Harvard University, University College London, and the World Health Organization, tracking tens of thousands of older adults over many years. And the best part? These signs aren't set in stone. You can improve them, starting right now. I won't be using complicated medical terms. Each sign will be shared like a story, so it's easy to understand, easy to remember, and easy to apply in your own life. Second one, you can't stand on one leg for 10 seconds. There's a simple test that takes just 10 seconds, but it might quietly reveal how many more years you'll likely live after 60. A global study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine in 2022, involving over 1,700 adults aged 51 to 75 from the US, Brazil, and Europe, uncovered a surprising finding. People who couldn't balance on one leg for 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of dying within the next 10 years. Just 10 seconds. Yet this test measures 3 powerful things: your nervous system stability, your muscle strength, and your ability to coordinate movement, all of which are essential to preventing falls, the leading cause of injury, death for Americans over 65, according to the CDC. Now imagine this. You're Mr. James, 69 years old, living in Florida. A former Marine, tough as nails, and never one to believe in silly online tests. Then one day, during a routine checkup, your doctor smiles and says,
"Let's try something simple. Stand on one leg for 10 seconds. It's a quick way to check your longevity, Mr. James."
He laughs, a little proud, but after just 4 seconds he wobbles, loses balance, and grabs the chair. He's stunned. The doctor looks at him kindly and says gently, "It's not about being strong or weak. This is an early warning about fall risk, stroke, and nervous system decline." Mr. James felt a mix of surprise and pride being challenged like this, but instead of brushing it off, he chose to take action. From that day on, every morning while making coffee, he stood on one leg at the kitchen counter. The first day, 5 seconds. A week later, 8 seconds. By the 3rd week, 12 seconds on each leg. And guess what? He felt in control again. He stood taller, walked steadier. And when he stepped outside, he wasn't afraid of slipping anymore. One day, he told his daughter over FaceTime, "I don't tremble going up the stairs anymore. And I'll be around a long time to play with the grandkids." If you're watching this video right now, I invite you to try it too. Stand tall, lift one foot off the ground. Try to balance as long as you can. Can you make it to 10 seconds? That's wonderful. If not, don't worry, this is a sign, not a sentence. Start small, stand near a wall, gently touch a chair for support, just a few seconds at a time, a little more each day. You'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. Sign 2, you walk slower than 1 meter per second. A quiet predictor of longevity. Did you know one of the most reliable indicators of how long you may live isn't your blood pressure or cholesterol levels? It's actually your walking speed. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, led by the National Institute on Aging, revealed something surprising. Adults over the age of 60 who walk slower than 1 meter per second, about 2.2 miles per hour, face a much higher risk of dying within the next 5 to 10 years. On the other hand, those who walk faster than 1 m/s, tend to live longer, stay healthier, and remain more independent as they age. A real-life story from Florida. Mr. Thomas, 72, used to love his peaceful morning walks around the lake, but slowly he began to notice his steps felt heavier. He was slower, out of breath, and lost his balance more often, even after just a few hundred feet. He thought, well, this is just part of getting old. Until one morning, he tripped crossing the street and was nearly hit by a car. Shaken, his daughter took him to see a doctor. Surprisingly, it wasn't his heart or even his joints. The real cause was declining muscle strength, slower nerve signals, and reduced reflexes. It had been building up quietly for over a year, without him realizing. But here's the good news. With just 3 months of daily brisk walking and some simple at-home leg exercises, Mr. Thomas improved his walking speed from 0.8 m/s to 1.1 m/s. And day by day, he started feeling young again. So if you've noticed that you walk slower, get tired easily, or feel nervous crossing the street before the light changes, please don't ignore it. This isn't laziness. It may be your body's gentle way of telling you that your lifespan could be shrinking, and now's the time to act. Start by measuring your walking speed over 10 meters. If it takes you under 10 seconds, you're doing great. If it takes more, don't worry. Today is the perfect day to start improving. If you're feeling like you're slowing down compared to others, don't stay silent. Leave a comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here, that you're listening to your body, and that you're ready to take action. I'll reply to every comment personally, and I'll send you a short guide, 5-minute daily routine to boost your walking speed after 60. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because in the next video, I'll show you a simple way to test your balance and nerve reflexes at home so you can stay strong and prevent dangerous falls in your golden years. If you're still watching until the very end of this video, that's not by accident. It means your heart still wants to live well, to live with quality, and to make the most of every moment you still have. But don't be afraid. The truth is, your future isn't fixed. It's shaped by the small steps you take, starting right now. If this video has touched your heart and encouraged you to act, we invite you to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Before you go, please remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone you care about, especially someone over 60. It's called 6 Things You Can Still Do After 70 That Show You're Living Longer Than 90% of Your Peers. Sign number 3, you no longer feel hungry. Many older adults say, I just eat less now because I'm getting old. But did you know, losing your appetite isn't just a normal part of aging. It can actually be a quiet warning sign that your longevity may be at risk. A 2021 study from Harvard Medical School discovered this. After age 60, a drop in appetite is often connected to weakened nerve function, slower metabolism, and can even signal the early stages of biological aging. And here's why it matters. When you stop feeling hungry, you naturally eat less. But eating less means you're not getting enough essential nutrients, like protein, vitamin D, and B12. And without those nutrients, your body begins to lose muscle, your immune system weakens, and your risk of falls and illnesses rises sharply. It becomes a dangerous cycle, and most of the time, people don't notice it until it's too late. Let me tell you a real story from Phoenix, Arizona. Mr. Robert, age 76, was a cheerful man. He loved gardening, never complained, always asked, "What's for lunch today?" Until one day, he didn't. He looked at his wife and said, "You go ahead and eat. I'm not really hungry." At first, it was just one missed meal, but then it became a habit. Within 6 months, he lost over 10 pounds. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic found that his hunger hormone, called ghrelin, had dropped. His sense of taste and smell had faded, and he was already in the early stage of elderly malnutrition. The lesson is this: not feeling hungry doesn't mean your body doesn't need food. In fact, it means your body is no longer sending strong signals, even when it's running low on fuel. With the help of a kind dietitian, Mr. Roberts started eating 5 small meals a day. He added natural appetite boosters like lemon, ginger, and fresh herbs. And each morning, he reminded himself, I eat to stay strong and live 10 more healthy years, not just because I feel hungry. If you or someone you love is over 60 and eating less, skipping meals, or no longer enjoying food like before, please don't ignore it. Here's what you can start doing today. Plan small, regular meals. Don't wait until you feel hungry. Choose soft, protein-rich foods that are easy to digest, like Greek yogurt, boiled eggs, or tofu. Add gentle flavors like cinnamon, lemon zest, or fresh basil. And most of all, share your meals with someone, because connection brings back appetite and joy. Sign number 4. You sleep too much, but still feel tired. Now you might think, isn't getting more sleep supposed to be a good thing? It sounds reasonable, right? But here's the truth. If you're sleeping more than 9 hours every night and still feel tired, sluggish, and low on energy, it could be your body gently warning you that something deeper may be going on. A major study from the National Institute on Aging in the US found this. Seniors over 60 who sleep more than 9 hours a day have a 33% higher risk of early death compared to those who sleep just 7 to 8 hours. But why? Because more sleep doesn't always mean better sleep. Many older adults experience light broken sleep, waking up several times a night. Some don't get enough REM sleep, the deep stage of rest that repairs memory and strengthens the immune system. And in many cases, oversleeping can be a sign of something hidden, like low-grade depression or cognitive slowdown. Let me introduce you to Ms. Linda. She is 72 and lives in Sacramento, California. After she retired, she thought sleep was the one thing she could finally control. So she started sleeping longer, 9 to 10 hours at night, plus 1 or 2 naps during the day. But here's what surprised her. She still felt exhausted, as if she hadn't slept at all. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I thought, maybe this is just aging. But her daughter noticed something. Linda started skipping breakfasts. She stopped reading, something she used to love. And she'd often say, I just want to lie down for a while. Worried, her daughter brought her to the Stanford Center for Sleep Sciences. There, doctors found she had disrupted circadian rhythms. Her body's sleep-wake cycle was off balance, and her oversleeping was linked to mild depression and low serotonin, something that happens often as we age. But the good news? Linda turned things around. With just a few simple changes. She started each morning with a gentle 20-minute walk, got 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight every day, set a fixed bedtime, and kept total sleep under 8 hours. And she joined a weekly book club, just something to look forward to. Within 3 months, she said, I feel more alert than I've been in years. And she shared something beautiful. Sleeping more doesn't guarantee a longer life, but living with purpose, that's what makes every day count. So, if you often feel tired, even after long hours of sleep, try shifting your focus from sleep quantity to sleep quality. Here's what you can start today. Keep your nighttime sleep between 7 and 8 hours. Turn off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. Limit your naps to no more than 30 minutes, and most importantly, stay gently socially active. Join a walking group, try a yoga class, or simply call a friend just to say hello. If Linda's story sounds familiar, maybe it reminds you of yourself or someone close to you. Leave a comment with the number 4 to let me know you're here. Share your experience below. Your story may inspire hundreds of others. And don't forget to subscribe, because in our next video, we'll reveal a minor symptom that could secretly predict heart problems after 65. You won't want to miss it. Sign number 5. You wake up without a sense of purpose. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and thought, why am I even getting up today? It might seem like a small thing, but did you know losing your sense of purpose could actually shorten your life even more than some chronic diseases? Research from Harvard's School of Public Health shows something powerful. Older adults with a strong sense of meaning in life. They enjoy better heart health, stronger immune systems, even sharper memory. In fact, in a 10-year study with over 13,000 seniors, those with a clear sense of purpose lived an average of 7 years longer. Let me tell you about Mr. Charles, age 74, from Denver, Colorado. He had been a successful engineer, a steady career, a respected mine, and when he retired, he thought, well, now I've earned the right to rest. But over time, something changed. He began waking up without a reason to get out of bed. His kids were busy. Friends rarely stopped by. Most days it was just him, the TV, and a quiet armchair. In just a few months he lost 11 pounds, couldn't sleep through the night, and slipped into a quiet depression. Then, one afternoon, something unexpected happened. While walking through the park, he saw a young boy sitting on a bench, crying over a math problem. Charles sat down. They talked, and he helped. And when the boy smiled, genuinely, gratefully, Charles remembered what it felt like to be needed. The very next day, he signed up to volunteer as a math tutor for 5th graders at the local library. Now, he says, every morning feels meaningful again. He told us this: I stopped worrying about how long I would live. I just focused on living fully, and somehow my health started to come back. You see, purpose activates the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain that drives focus, emotional balance, and motivation. It lowers stress, improves sleep, strengthens immunity, and over time it protects your health. So if you've been waking up with that quiet, empty feeling, please know it's not laziness. It may simply be your mind's way of saying, I need direction, and that is something we can work on. Here are a few gentle ways to start. Take a quiet moment, write down 3 things that used to make you feel helpful or valuable. Then, take one small step. Call an old friend, help a neighbor, join a book club, or even care for a plant. The goal doesn't have to be big, it just needs to exist. If this message speaks to you, leave a comment with the number 5 below. Let us know you're ready for change. And if you've already found your way back to purpose, like Mr. Charles, we'd be honored if you shared your story, because someone out there might really need your light today. Dear friend, please remember this: age is not measured by the number of years we've lived, but by the way we choose to face each day that comes. Maybe today you've recognized one of the signs we shared, or maybe all 5. It could be standing up from a chair without using your hands. It could be a short 15-minute walk around the neighborhood. It could be choosing a simple, healthy meal instead of fast food. Or it could just be the decision to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep showing up with love. And if today you've made even one small choice to change, then today is the day you've started to grow younger. We read each message with care, and your story may be the very light someone else needs. Because you may be giving them the most precious gift of all, hope. We'll see you again soon in our next video. It's a message you won't want to miss, especially if you're ready to take charge of aging with confidence and strength. Until then, stay well, stay strong, and keep living with purpose.